These are 20 times Allen Iverson humiliated his opponents.
Iverson, he gets inside, Fisher goes down.
And coming up first is the time Allen Iverson cooks Tony Parker with this diabolical snatchback. Tony Parker was fighting for his life to not fall to the ground, and Allen Iverson made an absolute fool out of this part-time plumber who fell for the fake, and then he did a full 360.
Iverson gave us there defensively. What a move.
If I got cooked like this, I would have to fake an injury and go straight to the bench. Coming in at number 18, AI gives rookie Russell Westbrook a lesson as he knocks down the game winner on his head.
Rookie Russell Westbrook drives it, flips it up.
He had to humble the young rookie. He said, "It's not your time yet." Iverson was one of the most confident players in the 2000s. He had Carmelo Anthony on his team, but he said, "Get the fuck out the way and let me win this game."
5 seconds. Iverson shake and bang, turn, shoot.
Allen Iverson could get to any spot on the court at any time he wanted, which made him one of the best clutch finishers. At number 16, we have Allen Iverson on a fast break. Oh, he faked him out.
For the Sixers, Iverson, fake behind the back.
That fake behind the back was executed to perfection. He was one of the most crafty players in the NBA. You never knew what he was going to do, like the time he pulled off this Harlem Globetrotter move.
Looks like a cavalry charge in blue. The flip to Thomas by AI.
That was damn spectacular. I don't remember the last time I've seen someone try to do that. Coming up next is the time Allen Iverson threw this full court bounce pass and it went between the defender's legs. This is truly a 1 in a million pass, because how the hell did he thread the needle to get it to his teammate? Allen Iverson gave every defender absolute hell, and on this occasion he snapped this security guard's ankles.
Going one-on-one, accepting the challenge, and as they say, breaks the ankles of one.
He just clocked out of his 8-hour shift at a nightclub, and then he had to go guard Allen Iverson. Coming in at number 12, it was all tied up between the Sixers and the Magic, and then Allen Iverson floats it up over Dwight Howard, who stands at 7 feet tall.
Iverson, touchdown! There we go! Whoa, what a power by Allen!
AI barely even stands at 6 feet tall, so this is even more impressive when there's a whole foot in between their heights. AI wasn't scared of any clutch situation, like the time it was all tied up and AI walked down his opponent and knocked it down.
Iverson for the lead!
He was staring his opponent right in the eyes as he knocked down the game winner. That is just disrespectful. And of course, we can't forget about the time he shocked the entire world as he came flying in for the putback dunk.
Ran him over trying to do something.
It just doesn't feel normal to see someone who stands at 5'11" to fly in for a dunk like that. But he wasn't done yet, because later in that game he threw down this alley-oop.
Had to step around, lifter.
Allen Iverson woke up with some extra bounce in his step that day. AI was absolutely unstoppable in his MVP season, and he came up clutch again against the Magic when he knocked down this 3-point play.
Here's Allen for the tie!
AI just has so much damn aura. I can sense it through my screen, even so it was over 20 years ago. As you all know, Allen Iverson changed the game forever with his flashy handles and style. A prime example of that is when he absolutely humiliated his opponent with these moves.
Iverson putting against Ryder, loses Ryder, comes in deep.
Following 8-footer, good!
This was damn gorgeous. He hit his defender with this little half spin into a nasty crossover, and then he went into a hop step jumper. I've never seen anything like it. And up next is probably the most disrespectful double ankle breaker I've ever seen in my entire life.
Just throw the cards up in the air right now.
Oh, Allen Iverson, what a move!
He had him falling with the first crossover, and then to make matters worse, he hit him with a second crossover, which put him right on his ass. As you know, every now and then Allen Iverson would go flying in for a dunk, and on this occasion he sat on his opponent's back after he dunked on him.
Too strong! No! Allen Iverson!
Getting dunked on by someone who is half your height has got to be one of the most humiliating feelings in basketball. And now it's time for the top 5 Allen Iverson plays where he humiliated his opponents. And at number 5 is the time he sent the Pacers home in tears.
Against Gill, the crowd on its feet. Allen for the win! Yes!
AI's mid-range game was just damn beautiful, and you know what else was beautiful? Those courts. They do not make courts like that anymore. That court is beautiful. And up next is Allen Iverson's best ever game winner in the NBA when he gets the steal. He got the steal and then laid it up for the win.
He won the game! He won the game! He won the game!
AI got it done on both ends to steal this game. Literally, that has got to be one of the most devastating ways to blow a game. I hope you were paying attention in that last segment because I said that was his best game winner in the NBA. But his best game winner ever came in the Olympics when Dirk Nowitzki knocked down this three and then Allen Iverson answered with a half-court prayer.
Seconds. Allen Iverson at the buzzer. United States has won.
That has got to be one of the best basketball sequences ever between two absolute legends of the game. Coming in at number 2 is the most famous Allen Iverson play ever when he crossed up Ty Lue and then he stepped over him.
Iverson. How about that? Steps over to Ron Lue.
Getting crossed up and then stepped over is by far the most disrespectful thing that can ever happen to a player. I'm sure Ty Lue is still seeking therapy to this day and I pray for him.
I can't tell you what the feeling was like. I can't duplicate it. I was in the moment. I just know he fell in front of me. I don't know how I even thought about stepping over him like that. I was just playing basketball.
And at number 1 is the time Allen Iverson shocked the entire world when he called for an ISO on Michael Jordan.
As a kid, Allen had bragged to his coach about taking MJ, and now he'd finally get his chance.
When I grabbed the ball, I heard Phil Jackson yell, "Michael."
And then he crossed him up and knocked it down.
Iverson has Jordan. The crowd is into it. Allen shakes free. Gets 2.
I'm sure if there was internet at the time, it would have completely broken and social media would have been on an absolute frenzy.
And I gave him a little cross to see what he bite on it. I let him set his feet, and then I stepped it back again.
Tell me about the little guy's crossover.
Very quick. Figured that he wanted to come back to his right hand, but he keeps the ball real low. And he's small, and he's certainly closer to the ground than I am. So, I mean, his quickness is unbelievable.
Iverson crossover Jordan, which is, when he came in with this crossover, no one had seen this type of crossover in a game before.
Who's the toughest guy you ever played against?
There was a stretch where Allen Iverson was just really, he was a load to deal with, man.